Right, so now I have to create the pipeline, the continuous integration pipeline for a static website. I have this stock here, which contains, I'm actually updating it, but contains a S3 bucket and the CloudFront distribution. So I'm gonna try and add the continuous integration pipeline using CloudFront. CloudFormation, and I'm gonna use CodeBuild and CodePipeline from AWS. So I'm gonna look for the CloudFormation CodePipeline resource, which I'm gonna add it here. I already have the S3 website, so I think it should fix in this template. I don't want to separate that too much. I don't know. Let's see if that's too big. And yeah, I think I should have a manual release. For now, we don't need that to be. So we don't have an environment for staging, an environment for production. We just have production at the moment. So I'm going to create a single environment pipeline with a manual approval step. Okay, so this is the resource. Let's go in here and call it CodePipeline. Or pipeline. Just pipeline. Artifact store. Let's see what it says. I changed my mind. I think it's better to do it in a separate template. Let's call it S3 website code pipeline. And yeah, let's copy this. Resources. Pipeline. It's this one. Okay. So artifact store. So why a different template? Because inside of it, I'm going to create IAM roles. I'm going to create the CodeBuild project, and the pipeline itself it's quite long. So I'd rather do it like this instead of having everything inside a single template, because that will become very long. Okay, artifact store. Yeah, I think I need just one. And it is required or no? But it's not required. Let's skip it for now. Article stores required. No. Disable inbound stage transitions. Prevent artifacts in a pipeline from transitioning to the stage that you specify. This enables you to manually control transition. I'm not sure. Disable inbound stage transition. I mean, this property, it's, I think for disabling, it's not it's not really a manual proof, it's just what this won't disable in case you have a pipeline with multiple branches and you want to disable a branch temporarily. You won't create a manual, you say manual control, but I don't think it's. Restart execution on update. So maybe I want a name. Maybe later, depending if I don't like to require too many inputs. Restart execution on update. I think it's not mandatory, so I'm gonna do false. Role arm that grants AWS permission to make call to AWS on your behalf. Access permission references. This is required. So I'm gonna create a code pipeline IAM role, and IAM role are quite authentication in IAM policies. Well, I'm not sure what permission it needs, so I'm just to create an empty IAM role for now. Let's search for it. IAM role. Yep. IAM is quite powerful, but also difficult. So I am to define this, just have the reference here. Ref stages. This is where you actually define the pipeline. Let's think about the role for now. Assume role policy document. Can also be a YAML format. Can be something like that. Can be in EML, and then they will CloudFormation will translate this into a statement. Is an array. Effect allow. Which service I'm allowing? I'm allowing code pipeline dot Amazon AWS.com. What is the action I'm allowing it to do? To assume a role. Assume role policy document. Is this mandatory? Leave it for now. Manage policy arms. I don't have any. Max session duration. Path permission boundaries. I don't need this for now. Role name. Is role name mandatory? Not required. I can have a single role for each pipeline, but I'd rather not doing that, so I can define access in a more granular way. Okay. Is the stages mandatory in here? Can it be empty? I don't think so. Okay, let's go and create the stock. So is this still in progress? That's not a problem. Create a stock. let's call it CI pipeline. Let's call it code pipeline, it's enough for me. So let's, there is a problem. Line 9 is not well formatted. Statement. Version statement. Let me have a look on the example. Okay, it's the same level. Line 13. Action. Principal service. I think that's correct. Line 13 is still a problem. Assume role policy document. Oh no, it's inside the statement action. Should be here. Line 13. So principal service. I see action is in it. STS assume role. So maybe because of the dots of the code, the column. Right. Stack name. Okay, next. Create star is going to create an IAM role, create stock. Initiated. Ah, he managed. No, he didn't. Property stages cannot be empty. Okay, let's work on this then. I wanted to see. I think that even though we don't have any policy in this IAM role, we can create the pipeline, and the moment we run it, we will have some errors. So let's go on with the stages. List of stages. So the action, some actions, these blockers, the gates included in a stage. Gate declaration. Blocker declaration. Schedule. Okay. Name required, yes. So we need to define at least a list of actions and a name. So this could be named build, or it can be also named like something like fetch. I'm gonna think to a better name later. And then the actions, because Okay, we don't have a production. We don't have a production website, a production environment. We just have, we just have that one and nothing else. We don't have development, staging, just the production website. So the stages will be like fetch the code, build it, and then after a manual approve, deploy it. And I know that we are building a website with React, so we can set environment variables in the moment we build it. So this means that we should have this for dev and this for staging and this for prod. But of course we don't need to manually approve it here and here. We just need to be to approve it for production, but for now we don't have that, so it will be very linear. Okay, so what is this? This is the role, this is the stage, the action actually, action type ID. Okay, so don't say that. The first action, let's see. Action type ID. This is its value. It's an object. Category. A category that defines with action type the owner performs. This is gonna be source. First thing we're gonna do is fetching the code, so the category is source. The owner, it's AWS. I think that's required as well. It is. The provider. Provider is, it's code commit. There is no. Pretty sure is this. If I want to specify a version, it's required. A version identifier for this action. It's a string, so let's call it 1.0.0. So this is the action. The name, it's required. The action name. Okay, this is the first one. Now I wonder where I can put the manual approve. Invoke approval. So I can put everything inside one stage. I can have a lot of these actions. So in a single stage I can have all the actions. So configuration. JSON object. So the configuration, it's depends on the things. It depends on this basically. So if I am, in this case, I am fetching the source code from code commit. So the configuration would be the repository name and how should I monitor that, something like that. So if here you search code commit. It doesn't take any input on artifact. It should provide one output artifact. And these are poll for source changes. Okay, I like this because it's Amazon is suggesting do not poll for changes, but instead start the pipeline automatically. Source is code commit, emit a CloudWatch event. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that. Repository name. This is the parameters. So parameters. It's also called the domain here, but I don't know. Why it's called the CloudFormation. Alright, that's the repository. I mean, I think there should be an argument like repository type string. Input artifacts. Now the branch name. This is also required. This should be always master. I don't have any, so we can remove this. No, wait. Is this required? The action name required, so let's call it source. Or can I call it like fetch? Source. Let's call it source. Output artifacts. Just a name as a list. Let's call it source. It requires for a region. Well, let's see. Role arm. Not sure this is required. Order. It's not even required. Alright. Name. Name of the stage. Let's call it source, build, and deploy. Even though source build, approve, and deploy. Then I will have another action. Now it's time to build, well actually, source build, approve, and deploy. Would this work as a name? CodePipeline. Right, sounds good. Nope. 939. Can this be something like this? I mean, I try to give a better name, but if I can't, I will stick to this one. Source build, approve, and deploy. Line 39 from 9. What's the problem with this? Because I think that should be the name of the action. The name of the stage. Name, that's required. Name for this stage. So, stages. Oh, it should be around here. I think. But I also think this is not aligned properly. Should be something like this. No, let's do it this way. Okay. Next. Stack name. CodePipeline repository. view.code.uk. Next, I'm going to merge this, create a stack. It shouldn't have any particular access. I'm wondering where, right, I should set this here. So if I'm not setting the role arm for each action, you should assume the same role I'm setting for the pipeline. At least I hope that. Value fail to satisfy. So this is not giving me the arm. Probably this will. Let's return the arm. Type ID. Action type ID. Action is an array of object where each object has a property code. action type ID, which is an object which has categories, something like that. So why are you complaining about? Actions 1, member, action type ID, version, fail to satisfy constraints. So version should contain dots. Just do one for now, it's not a problem. It's stuck. Let's create a new one. Stock. Alrighty. I'm creating that very well. Okay. It's completed. Awesome. Under the IAM role, but this isn't. To specify an artifact store in the correct region, must have an artifact store, such as artifact bucket. Yeah, I don't have that. I wonder if I can. I need to create a bucket and assign it in this property. Store is an object which has these properties. Now wait a second, it doesn't have those, all of those properties. Yeah, it's just these ones. So encryption, not mandatory. I don't want to encrypt location. The name of the S3 bucket. I need to create an S3 bucket. So cloud formation template name variable. Do I have custom variables, parameters? Cloud formation, get stack name, pseudo parameter references, account ID, no value partition, stack ID, I got this stack name. So I wonder if I can create that. But the stack name should be, I need to create an S3 bucket. That's obvious. I was wondering what can I use as bucket name. I thought, well, maybe I can use the stack name. I would like to enter a new variable. S3 bucket. Wow. Now that's JSON named YAML. Access control. What is access control? I don't need this. I don't need analytic, I don't need encryption. But I'm sure as hell that I need a bucket name. It's not required. You know what? I think let's stick with that. Course configuration, I don't need that. Inventory configuration, lifecycle, login, metric, notification, public access, tags. Is that anything required in this? No. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do this then. Just create a fucking bucket. So location, it's gonna be ref this, and the type, it's this one. For value, see the artifact store, CodePipeline thing. Artifact store. Location. Type. History. Sounds good. Looks very good. Let's delete this. Delete stock. Let's create a new one. Resources. All right. It's creating the S3 bucket and IAM role. It's gonna take some time. So the role is completed. The S3 bucket is completed. The pipeline phase. Minimum of 2 stages in a pipeline. Alright. Okay. So I need to work on this. So I will have one stage called source, and then I will have another stage called build, and this is done. This is the location, this is the stage, this is the artifact store. This is the stage. Action blockers. Category, it's gonna be built, and who's gonna build it? It's CodeBuild version 1, I think. Configuration. Configuration depends on the project name and primary source. What is primary source? There is no description. Alright. So project name, it's gonna be, I need to create a new project. This needs to be replaces. The name of this will be build, and output artifact will be build. Source. Also, I need to create a new resource. I knew it was going to be like a lot, so I didn't want to put in the same template. This is it. Let's call it CodeBuild project, and let's give it this. All right, let's dig into it. Artifacts. The output settings for artifacts that the project generates during a build. Interesting. It's an object of this kind. Or it's a list. I didn't look at that. No, it's an object. Encryption disabled. True. Location should be like CodePipeline. It relies on that. The name. Alright. Required condition, and if you specify CodePipeline for the type property, don't specify this property. So I know this is CodePipeline. I need to specify this and this name as well. Namespace type, required no. Override artifacts name. What should I? Packaging. I don't give a shit. What is the path? I don't give a shit. It's not required. And the type. Alright. Badge enabled. I can't. I like that. This is like it gives you a URL, which, you know, it's a badge telling you how the pipe and how the build is doing, but it doesn't work. Cache. I don't know. You can specify in your project. So in the website project, you will add a file telling CodeBuild how it should build the project. So in my case, because it's a React application, you will run npm install, npm run build, npm test, and so on. I will add those commands over there. And also you can say what should be cached. I mean, I don't think I should cache anything for now. Description. Encryption key. Environment. If I want to specify, this is not required. Type string. Okay, this is required, of course. It's gonna tell me what machine the build will run, on what container image. compute type, such a build general one small. I want the cheapest one. I said that. Medium or large? Small, it's enough. Environment variables. I don't have any, I think. No, I don't have any. I was thinking I can reuse the same build project, passing different environment variables, and then using that for saying. But for now I don't have environments, so let's remove that image. Image is filled. I know that AWS CodeBuild images. There are some defaults that I can use. Ubuntu. I need this one. It's going to be another project. So maybe this should be a parameter. Because what if I create a string website but it's not in Node? It's very uncommon because this is just the front end. You shouldn't be using Java or Android, PHP, Python, none of this. So I can assume this is a good choice in most cases. It's and also it should be an extension of the general one, so we can always do something there. You can install dependency, something like that. Privileged modes. Nope. What is type? Environment type. Environment type. Linux container, of course. Who would want a Linux container? Logs config. That's painful. Logs usually means you need to enable. I mean, I don't care about that. Remove those. What's the name? The name of the project. I can use the name of the project. I can use the stock name. I can use sub. I'm doing something like this. Put the stock name here, and then build. Cloud formation stock name parameter. AWS stock name, it's called. That's the build. Secondary artifacts. It's not required. Secondary source. Service role, I think that's necessary. Used to interact with services on your behalf. I'm not sure which one is needed. But I can reuse this maybe. can rename that. Let's call it IAM role. Place. And then I'm going to also add another service called CodeBuild. Amazon AWS.com. We'll create just one for everything. Is it safe? So the CodeBuild, the pipeline should have access to the S3 buckets. I mean, I think it's safe. The access shouldn't be broad enough to allow damages. And this has been deleted. Let's create a new one. I mean, I don't think... Wait a second, I think I have to finish this bit. Project name. Can I do ref CodeBuild project? Also, there is this CloudFormation get out. Which is gonna have at least like CodeBuild as just a project called ARN, an attribute called ARN. So you want to be very, you want the name, so I think that's the best thing you can do. But besides that, I think I should have an input artifacts as well. What is this? Pipeline, the stage, the action, input artifacts. And this is a list of name string. Source, something like that. Okay, I have 2 stages, 1 action each. Next, takes a lot of time. It's almost 12, so I need to go. Just want to create a base stack. Yeah, it's gonna build it. S3 bucket. CodeBuild project. Value property does not match. Value of property triggers does not match object. Oh man. Timeout in minutes. Triggers would be config. Tags. Source. Service role. I think I this CodeBuild source is required. Tags is not required. triggers not required. Source is something I did like this. No. Build a spec. This is cool because this is the file it's gonna read. Or similar, the file is gonna read. By default is build spec. Git clone that. But none of this seems to be required. Secure SSL. Location. Report build status. No. Type, yes. Source type. That's the only notary property. I think this should be CodePipeline. This one. Okay, let's try again. Delete this. Create a new stock. Upload a template. Pipeline. Next. What is my repository? It's uvector.uk. Next. Okay, acknowledge this. Create stock. Alright. It's creating the S3 bucket and the IAM role. The IAM role is completed, so now we can create the CodeBuild project. S3 bucket is completed, so as soon as I have the build project, I can create the pipeline. Build project is completed, so now it's creating a pipeline which is also completed, and the stack is completed. So hooray! Now if I enter here and go to resources, I can see, no, not this one, the pipeline one. I can see it created the build project, the pipeline, the IAM role, and the bucket. So if I go to CodePipeline, I should be able to see that. String, oh my god, that's horrible. Don't care, we never run it. But there is a string here, so I think I'm gonna change this to be AWS / stock name. I mean, I really use a stock name. The name of the build project, I think, this as well. Should be just a ref. It would easily allow me to recognize that quickly. So I'm going to update for the last time. You should just rename the stock, the resources. If they do not require replacements, should be fine. If they require replacements, I take a little bit longer, but not as long as updating CloudFront distributions. That takes ages. Now what is updating? He's updating the pipeline and the project. The project is updated. The pipeline, the project, CodeBuild. Oh, alright, he needs to recreate the project. And so, but the pipeline is updated. So if I go here, pipelines, refresh. I'm sorry, the project is updated. The pipeline is not yet updated. No, now he's updating the pipeline. Alright, that one's the stock, alright. It's creating the old one. The pipeline should be updated. And yep, this is it. Let's give a look at the code here. Project. Oh, it was here. Awesome. That's it. So now I'm going to commit this. Fit add S3 word side CI type line template. I'm gonna push that even though it's not finished. Alright, I'm gonna push because of this issue. But yeah, that's all.